Hello YouTube and welcome back to Let's Play Bloons Monkey City. In this episode, I leveled up to level city level 4. Your city is now level 4. Okay. You earned 150 cash, blah blah, and I start with 650 and 35 lives. And oh wow, I already leveled up to level 5 already. Alright. Okay, and quest complete, store more, build a second monkey bank, collect my money, better boomerangs, get multi-target upgrade on, blah blah blah, collect, and quest windmill, blah blah blah. Alright, so, got a lot of it. What? I got quite a bit of money. And, alright, so, next I'm going to increase razor sharp shots. Alright, can't talk. Let's see, what else? I'm going to build a boomerang hut. And I'm going to build another boomerang hut. Because I do enjoy boomerang throwers. Let's see now. What's next? Alright, so I still have the mission of the treasure chest. Let's see, toughen up. Capture one piece of land rated hard or higher. When you look around at the land surrounding your city, you can see the toughness of the bloons in those lands by the land's rating. Any land with 4 orange circles or more is considered hard difficulty. Capture one piece of land rated hard. I really don't like that mission. But more money. Build a second banana farm. City cash makes the world go round, so the monkeys say. The more of it you get, the faster you can expand your city. You can build another banana farm in your city every 5 levels. Build another one now to maximize your income. Well, in order to do that, I'm going to need more room. But next is attack. And build a tack shooter storage facility. Tack shooters can pop multiple balloons with each shot, making them very useful in track corners and curves. Build a tack shooter storage facility to access a tack shooter. Alright, so, let's see. I kind of have a plan for how I want to do this, but I guess I kind of have to wait 2 minutes, so I'll talk about some other stuff for the moment. My monkeys. These, let's see, I remember before the city wipe and update, I guess, there was, yeah, I guess here that's kind of a bug. Over here where my mouse is, it says, Masters of Storm and Fire, monkey apprentices work at any track position and can deal with camo-led bloons. Powerful upgrades include Monkey Sense, Lightning Bolt, Summon Whirlwind, and Dragon's... there's no room to say Dragon's Breath. So I'm not sure exactly if that's considered a bug or something. But also here, the dart is kind of in the way of the Bloontonium dart, so just something, I guess, to note. And, yeah. There's a couple other things, maybe, that have that same kind of effect, but maybe not. Alright, so these are really cool. This is a really cool page thing to use. Alright, and look at the build. So, Spike Factory Warehouse, that's not what I'm looking for. The Tack Shooter Storage Facility. Here, it takes 5 minutes to build, but I actually don't want to buy any yet until I'm done with this track. Well, what my sort of plan is that I just realized isn't going to work is I wanted to keep my city nice and neat, so I wanted to like only build towers like on this side over here, but there's a bunch of water right here, so I'm only going to be able to build some buccaneers over there. I'm just looking around my map a little bit more. I just need to wait like 15 more seconds to get that upgrades. Now, something else I should talk about is right here, this little gray building for the Monkey Academy. Before that little circle came up, you might have noticed that the building actually looks a little bit different. When you buy upgrades and continue making more upgrades in these upgrade buildings, the actual building changes. Now, these icons will stay the same to show you what the original looked like, but the more upgrades you build, the better that upgrade building looks, which is pretty interesting. Alright, so now I'm finally moving on to this level, and of course now it's loading because slow. Okay, alright, so I'm going to build up in there, and here, not really sure if those are the best places, but again, these are some pretty easy levels. However, now we have moved on to the green bloon layer level type difficulty thing. So now there's going to be some more bloons, or more bloon types, which is really just red, blue, and green. However, this is where it gets interesting, because if you really pay attention throughout all the levels that I go through, the actual bloon wave distribution and everything is different on every track. And not just every track, but every time you play that track. The waves are random, pretty much. It's pretty much set so that you're not going to get like a Moab on round 1, but I've heard of some pretty early Moab sightings. Alright, and also there's now 5 waves instead of 3. So now I'm going to be, playing this level for a little bit longer, which means that I'll probably end up not making as much progress each episode, I guess. But we'll just see how this goes, because of course right now I'm only using boomerang throwers, and right now they're unupgraded boomerang throwers, so I don't really know how well this is going to work. Although, I mean, it's doing alright so far. No real problems. And I'm just going to upgrade this to multi-target, and I'm not going to have enough time to get enough money to upgrade the 3rd one, which is kind of lame, but no problem. Just because I like upgrading everything evenly. And a tiny kind of update on the whole Terraria Bloons Monkey City contest thing. And again, okay. On the Bloons Tower Defense video, in case any of you don't watch that for some reason, that I posted today, I gave you a hint to the contest thing. So be sure to watch that video if you want a hint. And as I mentioned in that video, I kind of feel bad for saying like, oh hey, there's some hint in this one video that you should go watch, and watch the whole 25 minutes to, find out the clue. Like, I don't actually remember how long the episode was, but I don't want to make you watch an episode just for the sake of finding a clue. Like, I'm not going to repeat the clue here, of course, but I just didn't want it to make it. I didn't want to make it too gimmicky and too much of a reach. Like I'm trying to bargain with you to get you to watch my videos or something. But I will put it on the Bloons video just because it's more popular, and I'm assuming about 99% of the people watching this video have already watched that video that I post. Because in case any of you don't know, I post Bloons Tower Defense 5 videos. Yeah, that's it. I post Bloons Tower Defense 5 videos as a series that I play and all that. And that's kind of why I'm doing this series, Bloons Monkey City. So yeah, in case any of you don't know about that, if you're interested, I do make those videos as well. As well as Bloons Tower Defense Battles, and Terraria, and other games that I post on different days. So yeah, anyways, let's get back to this one. I don't really have too much of a strategy as far as where to place my towers. Basically, I put the dart monkeys here just because, and also I'm going to place this boomerang thrower there just to keep it looking nice, even though obviously I didn't need that monkey. Great job, capture the grass tile, blah blah blah. And on to the next track, because there's just so much more land. And oh look, it's this one again. Alright, so I'm just going to do the same thing as last time. And again, if you pay really close attention, like closer attention than I pay, because I don't pay much attention, the actual waves that spawn are different on each of these tracks. They're similar, they're pretty close, but the variety gets a little more apparent when you get to the higher level ranking Bloons, so there's more variety for the game to actually choose from. But it's actually pretty interesting how differently they vary. Like, there was some levels where I would get like a white balloon, or like 2 or 3 white balloons just at the very end of the wave for no apparent reason, and then the next time I tried that track on that same wave, it started off, or the next wave started off with like 3 extra yellow balloons that weren't there before. Like, I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's just random, and that was a pretty poor example of how random it is, but definitely when you eventually do play this game, because it is still in closed beta at the time that I'm posting this, if you do eventually play it, then it'll be pretty apparent once you get into the later rounds how random the waves are, which makes it pretty difficult. Like, I mean, it makes sense because you don't want to just have the same thing over and over and make it all boring, but then on the other hand, as far as strategies, like, kind of like how in the Bloons Tower Defense videos, I would talk about how on round 24 is the first camo balloon, and then round 28 is the lead balloon, so you can sort of pick out a few signature waves that you have to look out for. And oh look, now my city is level 6. And build a watermill on a river. Well, target acquired, build snipers with boost. The closest river apparently is right here in the lead difficulty, so that's actually going to take a while for me to get to. But as I continue moving forward, just because the waves are random, and again, this track, let's see if I can do this a little differently, a little better, to make it go faster, and actually make that target last with that extra pierce and range to help out a little bit more. But as I was saying, because the track's a little bit more random, it makes it a little bit more difficult to plan your strategies ahead of time. You really just have to stick with a couple good towers or monkeys. And even though right now I don't have the right level or money to really implement my strategy, my general strategies are place a spike factory first near the end of the track as a bit of a safety net, don't upgrade it, and then place a boomerang thrower and get it to a glaive ricochet as soon as possible. Depending on what level you are, it might be the first wave, it might be the second or third. But get a glaive ricochet as soon as you can, because they're very useful. Because while the waves are random, they tend to have a lot of long streams of lower level balloons in general. And if you get maybe 6 glaive ricochet, that is enough to take care of you for like so many levels. You just need something to deal with camo, and occasionally you kind of have to deal with lead separately, just because the glaive ricochet isn't the best against lead. It is able to pop it, but they're not really the best, just because of the way that the glaives ricochet. It's weird, but alright, so awesome sauce, yay, I get another track and all that. So just moving along, capturing some more tiles, and let me know what you think about this series as far as how I'm setting it up and how I'm playing and everything. Again, like, what do you want to see from this Let's Play? Because this, as far as the beta test goes, like, this Let's Play really is more just for you to see this game before it's really out, I guess. And obviously, I am the one playing, so I'll be making the final call on what I'm actually showing, but just let me know your feedback on what kind of stuff you'd actually like to see from this Let's Play and how you'd like it to be structured. And again, just remember that because of the way that buildings take time, I can't just like show you tomorrow what it's like to use a super monkey type of thing. Like, it's probably going to take me maybe a week, especially because of how infrequently I'm playing the game. It'll probably take me about a week, maybe 2, before I get a super monkey. And there's other Let's Players that are doing Bloons Monkey City. You can just look them up on YouTube, obviously. Or I'm sure you can find forums somewhere to hear more about the game, just in case this isn't enough for you to watch. Alright. So, actually, I'm going to go for the multi-target before I build anything else, just because now there's getting to be larger clumps of balloons, so having multi-target is a little bit more useful. Alright, and because of that arc, it is helpful to get more layers, or more balloons per pop, I guess. Alright, and again, I always think too far ahead, and I keep thinking like, oh yeah, once, you know, more balloons come and I'll upgrade these more and everything, but it's only 5 rounds. I think it's really easy right now, but it does eventually get to like 20 or 30 rounds. Alright, so that's one more lane, I guess. Alright, so now I'm actually gonna, not stop, but just pause a little bit and look to see what else I can buy. Tack shooters, those would be good, because they are useful, but just, they're not one of the towers that I recommend you build a lot of. I'm going to build 3. I'm going to try to build like 3 of everything, for the most part, just because of how I live, how I play. But tack shooters, I really don't recommend you spend too much money on, or especially not too much land, and this is actually bad, because tack shooters would be really great right here because of the little corners. But hopefully unupgraded boomerangs are enough. I'm sure they will be, but I remember having some trouble with this track before because I only had like 1 unupgraded boomerang thrower. But now they've got, yeah, multi-target, that's good. But also, that's right, I just remembered the center of camo countermeasures. that I have to buy to get the second tier left side upgrade for the Dart Monkeys, the camo detecting upgrade. Which is actually something pretty interesting about this game, is also not only do you have to build the buildings for each tower type, or each monkey type, but you also have to build some buildings to unlock some upgrades. Like the Center of Camo Countermeasures allows you to get the anti-camo upgrades, which I'm not sure if it's only for the Dart Monkey or if it's also for like the Sniper with its camo detection. I'm not sure exactly how far its reach or influence is, but there's also, for all of the Tier 4 upgrades, there are special buildings that you have to build. Not the specialty buildings from Bloons Tower Defense 5, but something similar, pretty much, that you have to go through. And, alright, so I'm just going to upgrade these because that's all I can do. But I do recommend that you do get a lot of boomerang throwers. At the very least, try to get 6. And either get the Bionic Boomer or the Glaive Ricochet, or both, because they're both pretty useful in their own areas. There are some tracks where the Glaive Ricochet is definitely more useful, and there are a few tracks where Bionic Boomer might be a better choice, just because of the way that the track is set up. And also, the way that Dart Monkeys are banned pretty much on that track, or restricted, there are some levels where boomerang throwers are restricted, and I'm actually going to wait for that, for the what's it called, for the tack shooters, that's what it is. I'm going to build some Snipers Recluses, if I have enough money. Yeah, alright. And also power. I do need to worry about power, and let's see, I can upgrade the windmill when I'm at city level 12 and I have 2,500 money. So I can't actually upgrade them now, but I will see. I think they cost 500. Yeah, they cost 500. So, alright, I'm gonna wait a little bit, or check this thing. Oops. Yeah, I don't care anymore. I don't care about that. Let's see. So there's a bunch of achievements, and one thing that, again, I keep clicking like over here, but I can't actually do anything with it. But a suggestion that I heard from one person on a forum talking about these achievements, if there was like one achievement page or something where instead of having all these achievements on the side that you have to click and look at like that, if there was like one little achievements tab, maybe even like down the bottom here, or just maybe on the side, so I could click on that achievements, or not achievements, what am I saying, missions or goals, little tab here on the side, and then just click that and be able to look at it. That'd be an interesting improvement, I guess. And again, monkeys and upgrade buildings. Yeah, so the spike production building, the tack shooters and spike factories upgrades are unlocked in the spike production building. Additional special buildings will be required before the most powerful upgrades can be researched. I think it says that on like every. Oops. I keep thinking that the mouse wheel is going to move this thing instead. And also something I should point out: monkey farms. You need to build the. Well, let's read what it says. Micro agricultural development building. Banana farms in the game and in your city are vital for the health of your economy. Unlock all the upgrades you need in this building. Additional special buildings will be required for the most powerful upgrades, blah blah blah. Alright, so you need to build the micro agricultural development building in order to get banana farms in your actual game, like in the actual field, because there's no base building except for these monkey farms, or these banana farms. And, oh look, they finished, so, or one of them finished. And just wait a little bit for the others. And then I'll continue on for one more track, and then I'll call that an episode. Alright, so now I have 3 tack shooters now. What was it? I don't know if that actually affected the recording, but alright, so place these here in the corner, and of course they don't have any upgrades, so they're not going to be that useful, but they will be helpful. And hopefully they don't leak any, because it's always nice to get some balloon stones for not popping, or for not losing any lives. And that should be pretty good, because then it has this little corner, has this side right here, this side right here, and then this little corner, so that it has a good range of opportunity for the boomerangs to actually hit something. Alright, and then once I have enough money, I'm going to throw down another tack shooter just because I want to use those, because this track is better for them. And also, when they have that green check mark, that means that they're also less expensive. Actually, I'm not 100% sure. I'm pretty sure it also does lower the cost to actually place the tower, but then it also lowers the cost for all of its upgrades. And I don't think it gives it any like attack speed bonus or range bonus or anything, but it's just a cost decrease because this track or this terrain type is good for that tower type. Okay, so there's nothing special about using boomerang throwers here, but just because the dart monkeys are not allowed on this terrain, which I don't know why. Sometimes there's a specific reason, like in the volcanoes you can't use ice towers, which kind of makes sense because, you know, it's all hot and ice would melt and everything. But then on these where it's like you can't use a dart monkey on the hills, like that, I don't know, that's just, it seems arbitrary, but it makes sense. It's a nice thought that makes you change up your strategies. So that's pretty interesting. Alright, yay, I got the hills terrain. Alright, so I just need a few more seconds actually for those. And I don't have anything that can pop lead yet, so I don't want to go after that treasure chest. Although I really do want to now. That'll be the next episode. I'll go after that treasure chest, but I'm just going to wait a few seconds for this thing to go down. Go for that countdown. Alright, and I can also go after that one. That's a ceramic layer. That's only a pink layer, so I can actually go after that one quicker. No, look, Sniper's Recluse. And, alright, so my other ones are the watermill. Not going to be able to do that for a while. So, like, banana farm, I'm going to need take out these two areas so that I can get that second banana farm right there. Treasure chest, and one piece of hard. Is this on hard? Yeah, so actually, once I finish the jungle terrain, that's what I'm going to do. And actually, yeah, I'm not going to go after this one first. I'm going to go around and go after that balloon. Alright, so that's it for this episode. Leave any suggestions for this series in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.